So the Core i7 is obviously an absolute champ for modelling, and in particular you can see the performance enhancement you get by taking it from the stock 3.3 all the way to 4.4. In particular, the 5820K is a really good choice because you still get 6 cores, but you don't get the enormous expense of the 8-core version, and you get all the overclocking ability. So put a decent graphics card in here and you've got absolutely your best choice for modelling. Not so much for rendering, but it's still decent in that department as well. So the Xeon E5 2697 V3 is obviously the absolute daddy when it comes to rendering, and it has decent ability given the right graphics card for modelling as well. But then you're talking at really high expense. So unless you really do a lot of rendering, it's not such a good choice. But if you do a lot of rendering, absolutely more cores you can have, the better. So sitting somewhere in between the other two systems in terms of price, we have the Xeon E5 2660 V3. Now this system still has plenty of cores, so it's still very good at rendering, though not as much as the 14-core, but obviously you're saving a lot of money. So if you don't have quite the budget for the really super cored 14-core 2697 V3, then this is a good choice. But obviously if you're just doing modelling, again, a Core i7 is a much more cost-effective alternative. So the NVIDIA Quadro K620 is the baby of the bunch. You can see from the size of it, it's not going to be a very powerful card. However, it still comes with professional grade drivers, so it will run all of your professional software. It just won't run it as fast by any means compared to the other cards. Now, if you're trying to create a system that's primarily aimed at CPU intensive tasks like rendering, it's a good one to choose because you'll be able to load the software, test out models, have a look at them if you need to, maybe do a little bit of extra work, but you won't be wasting your money on something you don't primarily use. So this is the NVIDIA Quadro K2200. If you've seen the results for the K620 and they're not powerful enough for you, then this one could be the one to choose because it's still very affordable, but it's much more powerful in the graphics department. So if you're in a tight budget and you still need to run graphics intensive applications, this could be the card to choose. The NVIDIA Quadro K4200 is a really popular card, and it's easy to see why when you look at the price and the performance. It's a really good performer in graphics and it's not hideously expensive. So as a mainstream modelling card, it's your perfect choice. NVIDIA's top-end card, the M6000, costs probably more than the rest of your workstation put together. So the K5200 that I have here is the much more sensible choice for most people. It's a really powerful card, it has loads of RAM, but it's also really expensive still, getting close to £2,000. However, as you can see from our results, it is really capable in the graphics department. So if you're a graphics professional and time is money for you, then the K5200 would be the card to choose.